So now that we have the generative AI model, a next step is obviously to look towards agents. So we started with supervised models, and then we built self-supervised models for rich feature extraction, and we used those self-supervised models for a generative AI tool. And the next step is to see if we can build an agent. So AI agents can essentially do things for you. In our case, we do a lot of biomedical data analysis. We want to see that can we replicate what essentially we're doing every day, and could be continuous discovery agents. So I'd just like to show this one example that we have where the user is saying that here's my data set, and I have a cohort of responders versus non-responders. Can you go train a model that would predict what the can you go train a model to predict responders versus non-responders? So the model would essentially make a plan. So this plan is essentially coming from the generative machine learning component, where you would segment the tissue, extract the features, train the models, and a mechanism of evaluating this. But then it can make use of existing code and patch it together with some additional code that might need to be written. So in this case, it uses PathChat for morphologic description. It uses GPT-4o for writing the additional code that might be needed, and a host of different libraries that are out there to look at the to essentially assess. To essentially conduct all of these independent tasks. So once the model is trained, we can ask additional questions. This essentially enables discovery from people who would need a clinical or a computational collaborator to run some of these experiments. And then the other benefit of this is that it can be crawling through large amounts of data, essentially doing what we do with lots and lots of pathology data manually in a pathology department. So throughout the history of pathology, the way new morphologic diseases are identified, morphologic entities that correlate with disease or outcome are identified, is that someone goes in, looks at lots and lots of different cases, and says that this similar morphology across cases correlates with outcome. In this case, it's doing this essentially on its own and is using PathChat to generate a report. So this is quite exciting, and we have this being tested at everything we are scanning at the Brigham and Women's Hospital. And thank you so much.